Hello everyone, hello and welcome. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to today's gameplay stream. It is my weekly visit to the realm of Street Fighter V. And hope that you are having a good day. It is Monday, March 7th. Yes, March 7th, 2016. I, of course, am Darkside Phil, and I am here to mess around with the game a little bit more. Not expecting much, and what I mean by that is, am I expecting to win? Absolutely not. I said this last week, too. Most people who are playing Street Fighter V are pretty much playing it about 10 times more than me. You know, I did play the game a lot the first week, and you notice the first week I did pretty decently, and then they decided to change the matchmaking with online gameplay to basically make it every single time that you fight, you play against someone much higher than your rank. Which is good and bad. It's good because when you play, you'll learn stuff. You'll see people using these strategies and these things you didn't know about characters, and you'll learn about priorities and stuff that maybe you didn't know before. It's bad because if you're trying to learn the game and you're trying to learn a new character, which I was actually trying to do that first week, you pretty much get bodied every single fight by someone who's been playing the game a crazy amount that first launch week, usually against offline opponents, so they know a hell of a lot more than you. So it's kind of a mix. It's like, it's good and bad. If you're into super competitive play, and you've been playing the living shit out of the game, and you've been watching tournament footage, and you're learning all this stuff about the game, yeah, maybe you like the increase in difficulty in online gameplay. For me, it doesn't really help. Quite honestly, because after, you know, playing initially with maybe 5 or 6 characters on launch week, and then having to take time away, you know, to jump back into gaming of other stuff. We had many other games that were released between Street Fighter V and today, which I wanted to play and check out. And let's face it, you know, I operate a YouTube channel where people want to see a variety of content. They don't just want the same game nonstop. And so, you know, jumping out of Street Fighter and then coming back to it once a week, it's going to be very difficult for me to stay in any kind of a competitive level. And I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not. I'm certainly not. I don't think that I could hold my own against anyone who's been playing this game a significant amount and trying to actually be competitive in the game. Okay? But the bottom line is that I would definitely consider, you know, keep playing it. And I do want to keep playing it. I want to stay in the loop of what's going on with Street Fighter. When the new stuff does come out, which supposedly the rumor is that Alex is coming out soon. I don't know about that, but supposedly Alex, the first DLC character, will be released soon. We're also supposed to get the challenge slash, what do they call it? Challenge slash, oh god, I can't remember what the other thing is, what the other word for it is. The mode where you basically do these incredibly long combos and stuff. That was from Street Fighter 4. And then, oh, Trials, that's the word I was looking for, Trials mode. There's supposed to be a boss rush mode. There's supposed to be online lobbies with more than one person. All this stuff's supposed to be added. Do I actually believe that? You know? So we'll see. I don't know. I seriously don't know if, you know, any of this is going to be implemented this month. If it is, I'd be more than happy to check it out, but I am certainly not, I'm not going to get my hopes up, let's put it that way. For those of us who are not high-level competitive players, in my case, you know, at one point I was, I certainly have not been for quite some time now. You know, you're looking for more than just, I want to play people who have been playing the game nonstop and will body me instantly online, and unfortunately, Street Fighter V has not provided that. It just hasn't. Outside of that launch week where everyone kind of messed around with the story mode and the survival mode, there's been nothing else to do in the game besides just play on stop endlessly and lose, lose, lose. So, I'm still happy to jump into it. If I can play it once a week, I'll try to. But when I play it, I'm not expecting that much. I'm more expecting to see good gameplay and see people who learned a lot about the game beat my ass. And that's okay, because that's still entertaining to me. As long as I'm learning, right, and I'm seeing pretty awesome stuff, I enjoy playing. So, let's talk a little bit about today's stream, what you can expect. I'm going to start off today with Rashid. And the reason I'm starting today's session with Rashid, 2 reasons. Number 1, because he's the character that I have actually done the best with statistically. I've won more with him than anyone else, even against the more difficult opponents. I feel that of the characters that I played with a lot during launch week, he's the one that's more versatile. He actually has ranged gameplay. He has some tricks, mix-ups, good combo ability, a couple legit anti-airs and reversals. So I want to mess with him more. I want to play with him more so that way I can learn more. Maybe in the long term, he'll be the character I go back to in Street Fighter V. Who knows? At the same time, last week, this is reason number 2 why I want to play with Rashid first off. Last week when I did my session of Street Fighter V, I played with Rashid last, and I only got a handful of matches in with him. Because for whatever reason, this seems to be the case with Street Fighter V. The longer you play, the worse the matchmaking gets. It takes longer and doesn't find matches, and I don't know why that is. It's very annoying that, oh, I want to play for 3.5 hours. First hour, you get matches, boom, 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 great. And then all of a sudden, by hour 3, you're like waiting and fucking waiting, and matches are dropping, and you're waiting, and that's what happened. I had a whole hour to play with Rashid, and I got like 6 matches in. So that's why I want to start with Rashid today. Okay, so that's the plan. Play for maybe, I don't know, an hour with Rashid. We'll see. We'll see how many matches we can get in. Then I want to play with Zangief. And sadly, this is not going to go very well. You know? Quite honestly. I don't know what's going to happen. I like Geef. Geef, I mean, God's honest truth, Zangief has always been one of the most difficult characters to play with in the Street Fighter series. And he's also been one of my favorite characters in the Street Fighter series. But unfortunately in Street Fighter V, it really seriously seems like they gave the character a major step backward. They gave him an aerial SPD, which is pretty decent, especially if you have Super Meter. And then they took away all of his tools that he used to do good stuff in Street Fighter 4. First of all, they nerfed his spinning clothesline, so it does not hit crouching opponents. It is not a valid anti-air or reversal, and he only has the one version that's the longer version that lasts longer and leaves him wide open. So basically, the spinning clothesline is almost completely pointless in this game. Then, they took away his banishing flat, which most people like to call Green Hand. Now, Green Hand was a move that was actually added in Super Street Fighter II Turbo, and it is an incredibly good move. It nerfs fireballs, it basically absorbs them. It allows Zangief to move across the screen quickly. It builds meter, and the EX version in Street Fighter 4 was one of the best moves ever. It had a frame of invincibility, or frames of invincibility, excuse me. It had a super armor frame, is what I meant to say originally. And it would blow through stuff. It was both his reversal, it was his wake up, it was how Zangief got out of situations, and it was great for combos too. It was amazingly good. It was seriously amazingly good. So, what do they do with Zangief in Street Fighter V? Let's nerf his spinning clothesline and take away his best move. Gee, I wonder if he'll be any good in the game. I mean, how stupid can you be? So, it really is just stupidity in game development that they thought that this was going to work. I get the feeling that they thought that his V skill, which is where he walks forward slowly, absorbs a hit, and then counter hits, they probably thought the V skill would be great. It's too bad probably no one who knew how to play with Zangief actually played the game, because anyone who actually plays with Zangief will tell you his V skill is fucking terrible. He has to charge it for more than half a second in order to actually get the counter hit, which is stupid. It's not a parry. It basically nerfs the ability to parry with it. You have to broadcast the move in order to get it to hit. So obviously no one's ever going to get hit by this stupid thing. I don't know. I just don't know what to... it's disappointing to me because I really like Zangief. And they basically made him shit. So anyway, ladies and gents, I'm going to try to play with Zangief today. I don't think it's going to go very well. I think I'm going to lose probably almost every match. If I get any inch of win with Zangief, I'll consider it a personal victory. But I do want to play with him more. I'm disappointed with what they've done with him in this game, but I do want to try him more, okay? And then, if I have time near the end of the stream, I will try out Nikali. Now, we already know, like I just said, the matchmaking might stop working well near the end of the stream. Nikali, I like the character. The problem that I have with Nikali, I don't know what to do mid-range with him. From far away, I can zone a little bit. I can use his ground pound. And, you know, you have some moves there. You can wait for a reactionary dashing charge attack to go through fireballs and stuff. Close up, he's pretty good. Because, you know, he's got a few tools like his low-medium punch, his low-medium kick, standing and crouching fierce punch, both his crush counter hits, and, of course, dragon punch. Which I don't know what they call it, but it's dragon punch in this game. All really good tools up close. But at a mid-range, I'm really at a loss as to what to do with him. Especially because the ground pound is pretty slow. So for mid-range, it's not very safe. So I want to mess around with him a little more. I don't know, you know, what exactly I'm going to be able to do with him in the long term. But I do like the character. I like the character design. I want to play with him more. So that's kind of... that is kind of my goal for this stream. Alright? At least play with 2 characters, if not 3. And as I did last week, FYI, I'll be recording all the matches, and I will upload them to my channel, DSPGaming, slowly over the week, so that way there's not any kind of overload on DSPGaming. You know, a lot of people have complained if I'm uploading 20, 30 matches of Street Fighter in a day, it's way too much. So, you know, whatever I record today, maybe I'll upload, you know, 15 matches to start. Maybe I'll just do Rashid stuff. We'll see how many matches with Rashid I actually get in. And then, you know, spread out the other matches over the course of the week so there's variety of it. And not really, you know, not too much all at once. So, that's the goal for today. Tonight, I'm not doing anything because I have to do my friggin' taxes, which I don't want to do, but I have to. So I have to basically waste my night, second night in a week that I have to completely waste doing my taxes, and I'm hoping I'll have them done, or at least have the information to my accountant by tonight, so I can get back to a normal schedule. Tomorrow, Zelda returns. I saw a few people on the stream chat asking, when's Zelda? You've been playing Twilight Princess for 3 days, when does it return? It returns tomorrow, and right now the plan is to live stream early on in the day, so my stream will be Zelda, and to probably play even more later on in the day, but that will not be live streamed. So, it'll basically be another Zelda-filled day tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm playing Hearthstone. I have no idea how this is going to go. I really don't have high expectations for it, but people have been asking me to play, so I said, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I don't know if anyone will care, but I've been playing Hearthstone like crazy. Not really. Alright, let me take it back. Not like crazy. I've been playing it at night. Excuse me. I play it at night for, you know, a few hours while I'm relaxing and I'm watching either, you know, TV or movies or something with Leanna. We're relaxing in our living room, having a drink or two or a snack or two. And I've been playing it, and I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing all the daily challenges that I can. I can't do today's daily challenge because it's watch a friend win a game, which, number one, I don't trust it to work. And number two, I don't have any friends on there because I don't know anyone who plays it. I'm just playing it myself solo. I mean, it is a solo game. I don't know why there's a friends list to begin with. But, yeah, I've been doing all the daily challenges, playing with different characters. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Wednesday with this stream. I'll probably get some wins and a bunch of losses, like I always do when I play it. We'll see. You know, people have been asking, you know, since I mentioned it on Thursday last week on my Ask the King Q&A show, if I would do it, and I said, all right, I'm willing to do it once. We'll see what happens. If anyone's interested, after that, you know, if I'll ever bring it back will depend on if people liked it or not. Okay? And then, what I'm actually thinking, what I'd like to do after that first stream is do like a short video explaining, you know, what I think about the game, being that I really don't usually play that kind of game, and I actually like it, even though I understand it is pay to win. There's no way to actually consistently win matches if you don't buy the best cards. But I'd like to maybe do a little video about what my experience is playing it and streaming it for that first time. I don't know if I'll release that Wednesday or not. It depends. Thursday, I'll go back to Zelda, and then Friday's the new Hitman. And probably what I'll do is, you know, do Hitman. Eventually, I'll be doing a reactions video to Hitman and say, you know, what do I think? What's my first impressions about this game after Episode 1 has been released? So that's kind of the week in a nutshell. You know, this weekend coming up, there'll be more Zelda, obviously. I do want to play Street Fighter maybe one more time, because next week we've got UFC 2, and we've got Pokken Tournament next week. So I want to try to get through as much as I can in Zelda while balancing that with other stuff. It's a nice varied week this week. I like that. That every day I'm doing something different. so that way I don't get burnt out on what I'm playing. I like that a lot. So I hope you like that too, and I hope you'll be here every day for the live streams. I don't really have much else to say here on the pre-stream at all. A couple quick updates, and then we'll get started. First update is with Patreon. Last night, what the hell? I just misclicked. I misclicked on my laptop and opened something up weird. What the hell? Okay, close that. Last night, I sent all of my February patrons, people who pledged to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidefil in the month of February. I messaged all of them on patreon.com, and I let them know if I need information from them in order to get them their perks for the month. Many people have already responded. Thank you if you did. If you have not and you were a new patron, please respond. I would like to get you your forum upgrades and all of that as soon as possible. Okay? For new patrons, or people who are interested in being patrons, lots of stuff comes out of it. First of all, you get personal perks, like getting text or verbal thank yous for being a patron in my videos. You also get the ability to ask a question and get it answered on Ask the King. And also, you can get a private Q&A video made where you can ask me anything you want. And, for around 20 minutes or so, I'll make a private video. Sometimes they're much longer than that. I made one that was like 35 minutes long once, depending on the questions. And everyone who's gotten the perk pretty much loves it. In addition to that, you contribute to a goal. The goal for February was a platforming marathon, and that's another thing I did last night. On my forums, I created the thread where the patrons are now voting if they want to see the conclusion of Conker's Bad Fur Day HD, Crash Bandicoot 3, or Banjo-Kazooie HD. So that could be pretty fun. Definitely interested in seeing what people vote on it and what I'll be playing at the end of this month in a marathon-like format one day. Patrons are also still voting on the Patron's Choice playthrough right now. Persona 3 is in a big lead, but right behind it is Phoenix Wright, whatever the next Phoenix Wright game is that I didn't play, and there's a couple other games in there in the running too, so the patrons still have a chance to vote on that. So all this is possible because of Patreon. If you like my daily live streams, you like my on-demand videos, you like the increase in vlogging I've done this year so far, which, by the way, every vlog I put out now is getting really good views, so I'm pleased. I'm very pleased with that, and I want to thank everyone who is subscribed over to the King of Hate Vlogs, which is my vlogging channel. I'm very, very happy with that. That is something that I didn't know if it was going to work out, and people really seem to be enjoying my increase in vlogging, and that's awesome. If you like the new edited stuff on KO Gaming, that's my new channel, where I'm putting up game reviews, first impressions videos, special reactions videos, montage-style videos. I'm putting up 1 to 2 videos a week because, number one, they take a lot of work to do. Everything I do on that channel takes a lot of time in editing. And number two, I don't want to flood the channel. I want it to be a slow-growth channel where I put videos on there slowly and people gravitate towards it. Because then, let's face it, once we get into the major releases that are coming up in things like April and the end of the year, then, boom, then I can be reviewing all the time and doing stuff. But for now, I'm purposely doing it slowly. And I think it's going to turn out well in the long run. So, if you like all that stuff I do, and you want to see it continue, right? Pledge to my Patreon. As little as $1 helps. I've said this many times. The most successful Patreons are not people who are coming in and giving ridiculous amounts of money. No, it's a bunch of people, the common viewer. You like my stuff daily. You really like it. It's enjoyable to you. Pledge $1 a month. It's nothing, right? $1 a month is nothing, but when they add up for me, and they allow me to keep doing this in the long term. And I want to say thank you. In the past few days, I actually had a few new pledgees, and I want to say thank you to you. The first month, typically the first week of the month, is what I meant to say, first week, is the toughest to actually raise funds because I haven't set up a new goal level or anything for this month yet, and a bunch of people pledged, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. So anyway, all that is at patreon.com/darksidefil. Last but not least, a nice gratuitous plug for my girlfriend Leanna's business, which is called The Black Current, where she sells, I almost said where seashells, handmade glycerin soaps. I can't speak English. I don't know how this is going to go today. I can't even speak. Let's try this again. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and waxed heart melts. She just launched her spring line of products, out of which there's a cool soap called Kentish Rain, which I'm using right now. It smells like Irish Spring and is awesome. In addition, she just had her 1-year anniversary, where she celebrated having over 160 orders and shipped hundreds of items. Right now, she actually has adopted, for domestic customers, people within the United States, first-class shipping. She just shipped 3 orders this morning, first class shipping, because people are happy shipping cost has been reduced. So if you are domestic to the United States, that's good news for you. If you're international, sadly, can't do it international like that. You have to use priority mail. It's a little bit more expensive. But check it out. Gino Saji just put the link in the stream. It's stream chat. Etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrant, spelled Currant. That is it for the gratuitous stuff, ladies and gents. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's get started. Here we go. Here we go. Street Fighter, time to get body. Time for me to lose 1,000,000 times and win like 2 matches to luck. I'm getting used to this. Unfortunately, it's not like Street Fighter 4. With Street Fighter 4, there hadn't been a new Street Fighter game in 100 years, and no one was used to the Street Fighter style combat. So for the first few years Street Fighter 4 was out, I was able to get lots of wins based off of fundamentals. Now, everyone who plays Street Fighter 5 basically played Street Fighter 4, so they already understand the fundamentals too. So for me, I'm not getting those free wins anymore because I'm just not playing anywhere near as much as most people. So, it's all good though. I still like Street Fighter and I still like playing it. Let us begin. Thank you everyone for being here, and let's start.